up?
Hi, Bri. All right, guys. We took a little break from the channel. It's been about 2 weeks since we put out our last video of what happened. And I really didn't want to have to make this video because I really didn't want this to happen. But the worst possible thing that could have happened did. So my block is cracked.
We knew that though.
No, we knew that the ears were cracked.
Oh.
We did not know that the whole block is unsalvageably cracked.
Unsalvageably?
Yeah, that rolled up pretty good. So my dad's engine guy was able to take it apart, and so this was where we were worried about originally. That we weren't worried because it would have been able to be re-welded, but it has a bunch of hairline cracks throughout it. Right here. Trying to see. So, unfortunately, it could be welded. Is that the right way to do it? No. So.
It's not the worst of it too. Then there's this one. Goes down into there. Up through there. Oh, hold on, do that again.
Oh, okay.
I thought I saw more. No, I think that was all. I saw that one already.
So, if you're new or if you've been following for a while, I just want to recap. So, I had the coyote tick, unfortunately, when we got the car. It broke when we put the whipple on it. It had a bunch of issues. So we ended up sleeving it. So this block is sleeved, if you can see. I always explain to people who don't exactly know what sleeves are is it basically looks like their pound soup can is in. So they just basically make the cylinder wall big, stronger. So basically at this point, what we're gonna do with this is it's going to end up being a table in our living room because there's nothing else we can do with it. So RIP, it's in its body bag already, good to go. So yeah, I'm pretty disappointed, and I talked about it a tiny bit on Instagram. You know, everyone says, oh, you're so calm about it. You guys must have no problems with money, and that's definitely not the case, but suffering from really bad anxiety in the past, I realized that worrying about something isn't going to change the situation or change the outcome. So I'm basically just taking day by day on what we're gonna do. Our friend Chase has an extra 3rd gen Coyote Black, the owner streetcar takeover, and he said that we could work a deal out for it. So we're gonna get that, make sure that it's all clean and good to go, and depending on what his looks like, because he snapped the crank in that block, we're not 100% sure if it's in good shape. Thankfully, the blocks are only 1,000, 1,200.
Yeah, they're like 1050-ish from Ford. Direct.
So yeah, so to get this block again would be about $1,100 from Ford Racing. So we're gonna end up having, you know, depending on what Chase's looks like, we'll end up having to buy one if it isn't in good shape, and then we're gonna basically take everything from mine that was still good, and we're gonna put it in that one, and we're just gonna go sleeveless. So.
Do you know what's good for sure yet?
The rods are going to be good because they're brand new. Pistons are still good, and then the bearings were still good. So,
we're gonna cut that because you don't ever reuse bearings.
Oh, sorry.
So we know I'll re-ask you again.
Okay.
So just say we know for sure the rods and pistons look good. There might have been let's just say there might have been a micro crack on the crank. But we're gonna see if we can get it. So there was a blemish on the crank that we don't know if we're gonna be able to salvage it or not. But we'll probably just get a new one because they're cheap enough.
Okay.
So do you know exactly what's salvageable from your internals?
So the sleeves are gonna end up staying in here. We're not gonna sleeve the new one. The rods were good, the pistons were good, and the crank had a micro crack in it. So we're not sure if we're gonna be able to reuse that. So those are inexpensive enough to just get another one. And then we're gonna send it all out and have Holbrook go through my heads. Thankfully, Holbrook's not too far away from here. they're gonna go through everything, balance it, make sure everything is good to go, and then we're gonna bring it back here and have it assembled. So I would love to have the car back together by the beginning of May, or at least some of May, so we get some of the badass Michigan DA that we get. Cletus and Cars Indy is May 1st. Unfortunately, that didn't happen last year because of COVID, but we have tickets for it. That's when I bought them. So we'll see. That would be my goal to be ready for. But I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the interior that we worked on last week, so some older footage. The interior is in bad shape too, but it's easy enough once we fix it to get it back together and in good shape. So basically that's just kind of what's been going on. I wanted to give you guys somewhat of a recap of what we found, unfortunately. And we are still working on the SN, unfortunately. We just haven't done enough big stuff, I think, to make an interesting video about it. And my motto with the channel has been to never just put out crap, just to put a video out. So we're getting there. The stuff with the interiors turned out really good. We're really excited about it. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. We've had to do some house stuff, and I had to collect my broken heart as well as the pieces of this block. So we're working on it. We're working through it. It's not fun. I guess this is racing. And before I get the comments about I should be leaving in second and that's why this happened, it's not why this happened. You can believe whatever you want because I'm not going to change your mind. Obviously, there's just, you can't. But this was just a freak thing. And the exact same thing actually happened to our buddy in his Silverado. When his drive shaft broke, he took out his whole trans and his whole motor even worse. So unfortunately, shit happens in racing. You can't control this stuff. So first or second gear leave, this could have happened. It was the fault of Brian and I's and a little bit of a freak show. So nothing we can do about it. There's no reason to, there's nothing we can change. So saying that to me isn't gonna fix it anyway. So we're gonna try to get back together, still shoot for 850s and have a good season. Hopefully my bad luck of 2020 is still in 2020. It didn't come this year with me. Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I'll add the